Any on gumshoe can run that fast. Not much for being a flatfoot.
Never seen a grown man so afraid of a girl still in her teens.
Oh, let's go inside. It's freezing out here. The wind is biting us. Ah!
And now back to... Sup dudes, my name is Dakota. Welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. We are finally on to the trial of the third episode, though I'm feeling it should be the last trial of this episode here. This has been kind of like a just weird freaking circumstance. We haven't really talked about the whole entire murder itself. We mostly spent the last investigation talking about the accident that happened like 6 months ago with one of the acrobatics' brother, which is coincidentally Bat. His brother Acro is in a wheelchair. Bat was chomped in the head and is in a coma. I don't know how the frick you lived through that crap, but I don't know. But this seems to be I don't understand how this is not going to work out here. But yeah, we spent the last investigation talking about the entire accident. So let's just see. This has to be it. There's nothing really else we can really think about here. So let's go. December 30th, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5.
Good morning, Max.
Oh yeah. Good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it.
Tit.
Oh.
Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Regina!
Oh, how fabulous, my sweetie pie princess! You came to watch my performance today.
Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this.
Mo said that?
So, what kind of performance were you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end?
Oh, that's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties?
Huh?
I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or even where she is.
Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today I'm just a member of the audience.
Well, fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there.
Good luck, Max. You're the best.
Oh my god.
Regina's different, don't you think, Nick?
I'll talk to the morning, y'all. Everybody, let's get ready to stick stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Mo. Top of the morning, you governor. Top of the morning. That's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. Early bird gets the worm. Then again, worms get lack higher brain function. Oh! Here, Max, I brought you some presents. Have some milk. Oh my. Thanks. So how are you today, right? Well, I got the feeling that today I'm gonna face off against the real culprit. You mean Acro?
Yeah, he did it.
Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare. If I got to worry about his health and the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses.
What are we going to do then, Nick?
Yes, today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today we'll rely on evidence. It's the only way we can get past Acro into the truth.
You're right, but it's going to be tough.
Anyways, I wanted you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father.
You want to make sure Regina watches?
Yes, that's why I brought her to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. Maybe an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Oh, damn. Coming out with the business. Number 30 at 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2.
I'm back from the restroom. Oh my gosh, I might have to go again. I shouldn't have all this freaking burritos earlier. According now, session for the trial, Maximilian Galactica.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Ms. Von Carmen, you may proceed with your case.
The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events.
What's the meaning of this?
We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime.
Of course, it just has to work like that, huh?
Alright. Now, if something like this will come up.
Notice the revision. We are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need is so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up at the scene of my orders.
Poor Gumshoe. Goddamn Gumshoe, why?
Very well, please call your witness to the stand.
Time to get to work. Or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Oh, look at the birds. Why did the bird? Well, who let the window open?
Name and occupation.
Fuck. What was I using for this guy? It was more like a melancholy voice, wasn't it? Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Very Big Circus.
Where were you the night of the crime?
I was in my room that night.
If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene.
My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window.
The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed?
Okay. What eyewitness? Alright, freaking dude. Bring it on. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was just resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who he looked like. Yeah, dude, this has been such a weird-ass case. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming.
This witness testimony matches up exactly with that clown.
That's the case. There is very little the prosecution need add. Or there is little to explain how the defendants disappeared into the sky that night.
Hold the frick up, dude! Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness.
A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of the sad fool. A man must know the proper timing of days, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hurry, do this after the guilty verdict. What are you doing? Just like your old friend, Mr. Myers Edward did before he died. He died in the courtroom. He died.
Shut up! I'm tired of it! Shut up! Shut the frick up! I don't want to hear about freaking Edward ever again! God!
Mr. Wright?
Yes?
You have a problem with the witness's testimony?
In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened.
Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
So I gotta use evidence against this guy? I can't press? I mean, that's what they were insinuating, eh? Heard a thump. Saw someone flying. I just when I saw that, I thought, I mean, I'm gonna have to, right? I wouldn't be able to really press.
He's just freaking dead, dude. He's freaking dead.
Oh yeah, we were talking about the bust. That was also another thing. Okay. I mean, I still can press, so. Hold the frick up. What do you mean you were resting in your bed? No one does that. Said you were resting in the bed. I would thus assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct? That's correct.
but there are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright, sometimes it can make it hard to sleep.
If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains? Are you stupid?
I never really thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains.
Sometimes I make myself useful in these chambers.
The witness would receive with his testimony.
Oh my god.
Alright. At that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. The room was on the 3rd floor, right?
Yes,
And you said you were resting in bed.
that is correct.
But you were still able to hear a sound from outside.
I was indeed.
Pressing accurate doesn't seem to get results. But maybe something was contradictory in what you said just now. There is a contradiction? There's a huge contradiction with the testimony Deb was just given.
If there's a contradiction, to prove it with evidence.
She's right. I see some evidence. Do you have evidence to support your claim of a contradiction?
Did we ever get like the... Oh, here's the autopsy. Blunt force trauma to the back of the head.
I mean, maybe?
Freaking maybe it's the autopsy report, but I could be wrong. Yeah, well, I don't think it was right. Alright. Okay, it didn't take it away. That's alright. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Let's just keep breaking going. Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin, or maybe it was a large action figure.
Well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is plausible.
You have no need to mince words with Mr. Phoenix Wright. Testify to the truth and only the truth, just as if we were there with you that night.
I believe it was human.
Damn, I just strengthened his testimony. Like a statement jives with the facts. What's the matter? Oh, nothing. Okay. There's got to be something I can actually press him on that will give me evidence. That I have evidence for. Only someone from behind. Okay. Let's try this one. The light in the room was turned off then, right?
That's true. I was going to bed after all.
So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window.
The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front.
Do you see any other symbols?
I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body.
Maybe that's it, because he said the hat was there, but it was still at the crime scene, so how can he see the hat?
I'm convinced that the person I saw was MNIDakota.
More present list results! Okay. Let's say that was a contradiction because the hat was there.
Come on, prove it! Prove there's evidence.
You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that?
What do you mean?
The silk hat.
What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window.
Well, should have tried looking down out your window that night.
That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside at the window was a tough enough challenge for me.
That's a shame because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene.
That's the ringmaster's hat, right?
Worry not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has two silk hats?
No, this is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand. Fit me on the stand in your wheelchair.
As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick?
Well, I opened my big mouth, and now I have to back it up.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in his court today?
He has a grudge against Max. Acro was dreaming. Acro is the real culprit. I wouldn't say he has a grudge. He wasn't dreaming. He's the real culprit.
Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself.
On this occasion.
Accusing Acro? Why? What are you accusing him of?
Obviously, accused of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry.
Bum. Mr. Wright, are you serious?
Deadly serious, Your Honor.
I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to learn how to try and grab at the audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by the theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book.
But really?
If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to be almost scary.
He is staying rather calm and collected.
Mr. Deanley, do you have any response to the defense's accusation?
I don't really need to say a thing, do I?
What do you mean?
Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand by myself, let alone leave the lodging house.
That's true.
I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of murder of all things.
Wow. See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear that the accusation is ludicrous.
Yeah, but you're saying this dude fly. Jeez, right, way to pick on the disabled heartless crew, man.
Phoenix is a boat behead. See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum with support for the Peanuts gathering, this is how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand in his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice.
What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice?
Of course he did. No, he did not.
Now then, this must be where we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice.
Not this time, Bon Karma.
What?
You're not going to sucker me into this one.
What are you blabbing about, Mr. Wright?
There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. Probably going to bring up the note.
Shut up, bring up! What are you getting at?
Will you keep on your toes, Nick?
Now I'm going to have to prove how it all fits together. I'm going to have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry.
Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do it?
I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed.
Alright, let's do it! Get him! Mr. Phoenix Wright, this witness is the killer, and his eyewitness account is all lies, right?
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Deanling?
He had to be in his room.
He was obviously here in this hard time.
That's Acro's room?
Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can only be one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster.
Oh, that's so cold! What? Are you nuts?
What do you say, Mr. Deanling?
Oh, jeez. He's too calm.
It's an interesting theory.
That's it?
Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
As the witness stated, your assertion is impossible. As he's in the wheelchair, there's no way he could go to the scene or be the killer.
You got a point.
It seems you forgot to once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true.
Yeah, and he flew?
Most certainly saw Max, ain't he?
Oh my gosh, what? But Maya, it's so impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? It's the next course of this legal buffet.
Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here.
She's right, I can't mess us up here. I gotta give this one serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the Ringmaster. And he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it.
I'm not letting you tell Mr. Demon committed a crime, Mr. Wright.
Go for it. Gonna present some evidence.
What do we use to commit the crime and the murder against Russell Berry?
Well, there's only like one thing we really haven't used, right? That's this picture.
Holy crap, look at the face. Like that, a picture?
Is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture.
The bust?
It's quite a large bust, and it's because it is life-size. It is also very, very heavy.
Heavy.
Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window.
Oh, it's so cold. Ah!
Oh, now he's getting serious. See, this is how the Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster, with the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust.
Shut up! Order! Are you saying the bust fell onto the Ringmaster?
A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit.
How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible.
Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust.
Mr. Dealey, how do you respond to these charges?
He's getting serious. Well,
Acro's at a loss for words.
should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro, you can't run away from things. Oh!
Hey, what would I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
What?
Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself.
Testimony, you say?
On karma. He's just using his testimony as a ruse to sell for time. There's absolutely no need for such testimony.
The defense has a version of the matter. The prosecutor has the right to respond.
The physical objection is overruled.
Why can't he see things my way for once in a while?
Mr. Dealey, I'm sorry, but we need to testify about your physical addiction. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony.
The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him.
Thank you. Oh, that one will sink to any low to win a case. Damn you, blunt karma! Acro's physical state. I suppose I could have lifted something in the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to know the location of the Ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think?
I have no doubts in regards to the witness testimony.
It was impossible for him to lift the bus and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention he could have not known the location of the Ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries.
That's what I was thinking. What's your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright?
So I'd like to proceed with my cross-examination.
He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really.
I can't let her get to me. I gotta focus. So we're trying to say, like, how would he have known where he would have been at? If he's not gonna look out the freaking window. Well, that's what the freaking letter was for, right? It said, meet me tonight at the Lodge House Plaza, but that's about it. It makes it impossible for me to know the location of the Ringmaster's head. I kinda want to present the note, but let's press first. Why do you say it would be impossible?
Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bus, I couldn't see out below the window.
Thus, there was no way I would know the location of the remaster's head.
Well, I suppose you got a point.
Hey, Nick.
Huh?
What if we turn things around? Turn it around. Maybe think it's sort of like this. If he knew the location of the remaster's head, then he could drop the bust.
Does make sense. Only I could prove somehow. Aragorn knew the location of the remaster's head without looking down.
Okay, so is it really telling me to use the freaking note, I guess? I think I've already explained this thing sufficiently.
Let's try it. No. Damn it. Okay. Or wait. Maybe the box?
Ah, the box. He put the box down so he would go over to it.
Okay.
Not the note, because the note was just to lead him to it. The box was meant to be like a bait, so to speak, to lure him in.
Acro, you didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you?
What are you driving at, Mr. Wright?
You already knew ahead of time where the remaster was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add.
You're simply hinting at things as pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and that's stupid. How about you show us some goddamn evidence?
But I did such a good job hinting.
Yes. Hurry up and explain it, Mr. Wright.
Maybe we should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box.
The same wooden box that the window was found hunched over?
The same. Question is, who placed the wooden box here?
Who?
The Ben company saw the ringmaster. They didn't see him holding the box, which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime.
I admit that your theory makes a lot of sense.
The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box, which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear.
You mean?
If the bus were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box?
There would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim.
Oh, that's a good. No! No!
Order, freaking shut the hell up! Order! It's unbelievable!
Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. And I just gotta keep going. There's only one way to go from here. Forward!
The next question I have is, who placed the wooden box at the scene?
It was Mr. Deanley, of course. He connected to a rope, and all he had to do was lower it down.
Stop!
Allow me to whip some sense into you. Stop! Mr. Phoenix Wright!
Stop!
The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box.
That's why the box was so specially made.
So specially made.
Indeed, it had the most peculiar feature.
The size of the box, the weight of the box, the contents of the box. Maybe I would say the weight of the box.
The box has a remarkable weight.
Wait.
According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds.
Just the level this wooden box would have required.
Oh, I see. One would have to squat down and lift it up with your body, what do you say?
That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large.
Thus carrying handles on either side, doesn't it?
That's correct. To lift up the box, you would have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head will be approximately the same place.
Ah, fool!
Does he even bother listening to me anymore?
I've heard what you had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills.
Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza?
Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he is proposing.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust?
Oh yeah, it's in the cafeteria. I remember. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
What happened to it?
I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house all by myself.
That means...
You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room? The frickin' monkey?
Well, see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice.
Stop!
That's exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria.
Yep, we definitely have a problem here. It's no place to get perplexed. I gotta get my wits about me and prove how things happen once for all.
Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room?
The stupid monkey?
A monkey?
Everyone loves money. He loves shiny objects of any size.
Like when he stole the ventriloquist's ring.
So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bus?
Of course, he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back home. Aha. Home? Money lives in Acro's room.
Acro's room?
But the bus was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny.
Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record.
Mine was a very nice card he's holding.
Yes, and they're made of platinum, which is very shiny.
Oh my god!
Acro! Money is a strong monkey, right? It'll be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room.
If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate.
A set, make fun, diamond, where is the bus in question at this moment?
I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak.
These are rather strange turn of events. But let's say the monkey had not stolen the bus. What would happen then?
Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon.
Wait. You mean this bus was the murder weapon purely by accident?
Possible. Erica saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we more than proved one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer.
Moron!
Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that.
Don't be so flamboozled. Especially by this fraud of an attorney.
Fraud?
You've forgotten the absolutely most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
And what is that?
You should know. You forgot that the fraud is a magical client who spotted at the scene of the crime. There is no reason to doubt the clown's testimony.
That's true. I responded yet, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, don't let it beat you now.
I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around.
When the murder happened, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw?
Was it the bust?
He saw Max's
I asked what was the other person most saw on the scene. The other says that had nothing to do with the question.
En contraire, mes frères, it does indeed with something to do with the question. Mo saw that he said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. Oh my god, what?
How is that possible?
Simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust.
What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak.
There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust.
It wouldn't have been easy to hang one off the cards in the bus's hands.
Idiot! Only the right mind would put a cloak on a bust.
It don't matter who put it on the bust.
Don't wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on your bust? That question is the utmost importance in this case. Don't you agree?
Don't caught me.
What's out, Mr. Wright? Who put the cloak on the bust?
Oh my god, no way. There's no freaking way.
The fool! Him?
You're saying it was the victim himself, Marshall Berry?
That's what I'm saying.
The victim himself placed the cloak on the bust.
Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it.
And what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright?
Explain yourself. Nick, do you really have an handle on all this?
Fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I could paint anyways. Alright, so you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Oh god, there's no freaking way. This is... Akira used the rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached the rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the Ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the Ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than the ventriloquist and his puppets, Ben and Trillo. When the Ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Oh my god. Now, this is when the magic happens. Oh my god, there's no freaking way. Oh my god. Oh my god. At the very instant that the bus hit the victim, there's no way. Oh, there's no way. Oh my god.
You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be.
It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss One Karma. The circus isn't over yet.
What?
Oh my god. The impact of the bust at the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. There is no question about that. How the frick? The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact also caused the sound of a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Moe Curls, the clown. When Moe looked out his window, the cloak already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Moe saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because in this wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window, so he just kept pulling the bust up. Oh my god. And that's how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. That is the most wild freaking thing ever. So you see, the only person who can pull this off is the only one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you.
Acro's been playing mind games with us all.
Sure has. He has to come to the end of his rope now.
So,
what now?
you graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove your fairy tale is true?
Evidence?
Frick you.
Let's go to today's matter. The power of evidence is the power of my whip.
Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, perhaps because it brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence?
Nick, they say they want evidence.
Just explain how there can only be one possible murder method. But there is still something unusual about Moe's eyewitness account.
Unusual?
contradiction, actually.
Okay, now use that and get us out of this jam.
That's no talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick in this magic case.
I mean, why was the hat at the scene? I guess I don't know. Problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses.
Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings.
Yesterday, there were only 2 contradictions in most testimony.
The silk hat was one. The white roses with the other.
But the theory I just presented explains all these are contradictions.
You fool! Don't you ever shut up?
Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust. I mean, I guess that's true, yeah.
Makes sense if you look at it that way, then you did see the silk hat. Well, sort of.
Fine, we got to one. What about the other contradiction?
The other contradiction?
Remember what the ventriloquist said in court. He said he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown says one of these a match. The clown said there were no white roses. And I can see and try to explain that one away. What are you doing, Nick?
Of course, I can explain all of it.
What was that?
Please, recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. It popped on backwards? If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to white roses? This is really ridiculous. What the fuck? There is no goddamn way that would happen. It would fly up and then land on... That's so stupid. Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust.
Ah!
Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back and side of the bust. Oh my god.
It is quite the shocking state of the affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads.
You do this, Nick. The baby one coming will find us throwing you down.
Oh my gosh, he's not.
Well, so much for that theory.
Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that?
Motive. This witness feels an incredible gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with relation to the circus is well aware of this.
Well, it was probably the Regina because he thought he was Regina because the note was towards Regina. It was given to Regina and to luring her out.
Yes, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster.
To say that he was... Oh, God.
Your Honor, I'd like to hear Acker's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up to now. What do we do now? There's no doubt that Acker was able to respect the ringmaster.
Acker's motive.
Seems the case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. Oh, come on! We'll listen to the rest of Miss Dingley's testimony after recess. Alright, we now take a 10-minute recess. Get the frick out of here while we frickin' eat my lunch.
Oh my god, no! Ow! We're getting to the end of this. We're getting close to this. Come on. We're getting there. First off, that freaking like hole hit the dude in the head, and then the cloak flies up onto the bus. That is ridiculous. That is really just... Come on. Alright. I can't believe it's Acro. It's perfectly shocking, isn't it? Or it's pretty shocking, isn't it? definitely is. I think he was the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated?
Akro tried to bring the murder on you on purpose.
He did. But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know?
But you're not, which means you're kind of the reason why.
Hey, pal.
Oh, hey, pal. You're gonna ignore me after I went all this trouble to bring you some evidence.
Sex gumshoe.
Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. No, Detective, I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little?
We got some really tasty milk.
How about a guard trick, Detective?
Card tricks. Well, if you insist.
Now, how about that evidence you mentioned? What is it?
Here you go.
This was yesterday in Akro's room.
Yep, and I included the forensic results. Take a look at it later.
Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this?
Who cares? That's why this is all a secret. Look, details are on the need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything, but everything that happened in court up to now has gone according to our plan.
I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't see my control things in there just now.
You'll figure it all out eventually, pal. Yes, there are final plans were set into motion.
Final plans?
That reminds me, I got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here.
What do you mean by that, the very end part?
Not sure. It's all pretty cryptic to me.
Oh, and one more thing.
Don't scare me like that.
Looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant.
What? For me?
It's milk.
There's a lot of milk here going on. Man, I'm getting thirsty for some milk right now.
The reception area looks some kind of dairy. So, hurry up and drink it all before it spoils.
An entire dairy's worth of milk. For me. Alright, December 3rd, 227 District Court. Yeah, wherever. Is that in my court record now? Hold on. It is. That scarf stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. Okay, there's pepper on here. Okay.
Going now back to session. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off.
I'd like to continue with Akro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Akro had committed this crime.
Understood. Now, Mr. Jingling.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please proceed with your testimony.
Why do we get the motive? Wait, are you okay?
Do me a favor, don't ask questions you don't want to answer to.
Oh.
Alright, about the Ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the Ringmaster of the very big circus, Russell Bear, took us in. I became an acrobat around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the Ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. Well, there's no doubt about that.
You said you're thoughtful, young man.
I saw the witness deep in respect to the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Akro would kill the man he held in such esteem.
You're absolutely right. How could anyone think of that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for cross-examination, is there?
Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Akro kill the Ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Of course, I'd like to cross-examine. There's no need to question him. Ooh. I wouldn't think they'd give me this option if I didn't need to question him, right? Because we know for a fact that he actually does care for the Ringmaster, so there really is no reason to freaking doubt that. There's no need to cross-examine this witness.
What? What's that?
Why was the Ringmaster murdered? There's no need to delve into that bit of testimony when I already know the answer already.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as why Akro wanted the Ringmaster dead?
No, I can't provide one.
Nick?
Yeah, didn't even have to think about it. It was always from the start. Your Honor, the reason Akro killed the Ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Akro had no reason to kill the Ringmaster at all.
Your foolish attempts to To fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the Killing of Berry remaster.
You want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right.
The end of things?
Acro. You didn't plan to kill the remaster at all, did you? Remaster wasn't your target that night. Okay, here we go. Jesus.
What did you just say?
I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the remaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with.
What? How can this be?
Order. Shut up! Bailiff, I don't care who to smack anyone who is loud in the face. Twice if you must. Thrice if you might. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in my court? Ah!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in this court? Or do you attempt to imply that Acro's trying to kill someone else?
Yes, he was going to kill Regina. He's going to kill a 16-year-old.
Regina Berry.
This young girl is the remaster's daughter, correct?
Acro. You were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
Shut the frick up. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is you're wrong. That's it.
That's it. I'm Mr. Phoenix Wright. That's it.
Enough! Mr. Wright, allow me to... Ah!
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself.
Huh?
And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now. I want to know why Acro wanted to kill Regina Berry.
Yes, me too. I demand she some proof. Since you managed that proves Acro was out to kill this girl.
It was the freaking note. Because that was in her pocket, right? Acro, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the remaster's tailcoat.
Inside the victim's tailcoat?
Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled To the Murderer. The purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m.
Are you saying that he called Russell Berry with that note?
Yes, but there's just one little problem.
Problem?
Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the remaster.
You mean it wasn't for the...
That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was other than Regina Berry. Oh my god, this is so freaking crazy.
Order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours...
It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. It's not just a theory, it's a gang theory. Rest in peace, Matt Pat. He's not dead or anything, I'm just saying. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say that he's dead because in Phoenix Wright terms, since they say Edgeworth is dead, I'm saying that Matt Pat's dead. So, yeah. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board.
That's when her father, the remaster, saw the note.
That's correct. The remaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. Wow. He was killed because of that mistake. Instead of Regina.
That's incredible.
Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today. Lifting the bus and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I end up falling out the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down on his window to see who it actually was.
I got it. Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza.
Yes. Browning points for you, Mr. Judge. And that's when he let the bus fly. he put his bust out and everything.
Hey, Nick. Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience?
She is. Fortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here.
Hey, Regina can handle it.
Just hear some crying in the background.
Acro wrote a note to Regina?
Foolishly foolish fool who is foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish that you make me sound like a foolish-hearted fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure to tell me about this line, I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
Yes? What about that line?
Well, if the note was meant for Regina Berry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Berry's a murderer.
You just don't get it, do you?
What? What did you say?
The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're right there, Mr. Wright. What he says yesterday is all alluded to this note.
Isn't it 6 months ago? I have no idea. I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago. And now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time.
Moron!
Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case?
It does indeed, Your Honor. It's a grudge. Everything in this case has started in what happened 6 months ago. With his brother.
Yeah, Nick?
I think so. Come on.
Well, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence you mentioned in the note? I know it is. I certainly like to know what it is.
I can't answer this question. The judge is going to think I'm bluffing. Conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually... So the scarf said something about pepper, which is what this bottle was about. It is a pepper, and it was in the box.
Aren't you?
What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
You guys don't joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for.
Wait, what do you mean?
Recall what the victim was trying to take. The wooden box away from him. He was doing so because the piece of decisive evidence is what was inside.
No unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. What exactly are you saying? Are you claiming that Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you could draw.
Foolish fool who never tires of his foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix, the answer to this question, who is Regina Berry's intended victim?
That?
Who is this?
That is Agro's younger brother.
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead.
Technically, that's true. However, that has been in a coma for 6 months now. I don't know how he did it, because he got chomped in the head. His head came clean off. I don't know how he's alive. Not a stretch to see how Agro can feel that his brother is dead.
Regina, she did that to him?
You spent your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool. Naturally, the best coach has nurtured Agro's brother, Sean Dingley. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into a comatose state.
A lion?
Miss Regina Berry is an emerald tamer by trade. However, no team gentleman in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina can never do something like that. It's just not in her.
So then what happened to Agro's brother?
He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident.
I see.
Now, what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident?
It was just an accident. It was more than that. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all.
What?
You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incite a lion to attack another human being.
She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being. But Regina was responsible for making the lion bite Agro's brother, Bat, because of the scarf.
That's just a scarf.
Acro. The scarf is something that a Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. Who is the one that gave the scarf to Bat? It was Regina. Regina. Regina gave it to him.
Regina?
There's something more than just blood on the scarf, Your Honor.
And what might that be?
Pepper.
Pepper?
Pepper. Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Oh my gosh. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Oh my god, why is there a bird?
Yeah, excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal, but out of curiosity, what was your crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that?
So it seems like the judge doesn't get it.
Mr. Phoenix Wright. Was it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
Smiling? The lion was smiling?
Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed. It looked like he was smiling.
Lion smile?
Never heard of them smiling. Never.
Lion sneeze. Leon wasn't trying to bite Pat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. Oh my gosh. He sneezed because of all this pepper on the scarf.
Oh, what?
You fool!
Oh my gosh. That's freaking crazy.
You gotta be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Van Karma?
I object. For the objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is just how this joke of an accident really happened?
Of course I do. It's the truth. A lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to the accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina.
You foolish idiot!
How many times she's gonna say fool? Ha. Ha ha ha. It almost does seem like a terrible joke. Doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there is someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true?
Acro, you don't mean, you can't mean, witness.
Are you confirming your defense's claim?
Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there is an even bigger problem with your theory.
What would that problem be?
The same problem had always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bus on top of the Ringmaster, where is the evidence that proves that claim?
Oh, what do you mean, the conclusive evidence?
The biggest problem is the murder weapon, but the lack thereof and the more precise.
Murder weapon?
But the defense claims was used. If they were to be found in the Acro's room, and it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes.
Yes, it would be.
The bust.
Dick, you gotta do something.
This is the last step, and I get this one right. The case is won. So you know, things work out first. Request to search Acro's room. I don't think it would be in his room, though, because I feel like they would have already found it. Might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but...
Why aren't you going to search his room? Looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? How did you know the true meaning of uncommon total justice?
I guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You have left no stone unturned.
The front opponent never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday.
Yeah, I told you.
What did you find?
There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bus was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for.
You see, Mr. Wright, the bus wasn't in my room.
Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story.
Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. Ha 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 ha. It looks like you lack the final nails to put in my coffin. But what about the scarf? And what about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the Ringmaster. You should know that by now. It's getting very cocky. Ugh.
There's something, Nick. Don't the case slip my way. The bus, where is it now?
Where's the bus right now?
You're Phoenix Wright. You know where the bus is? I'm sure you do.
I don't have a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bus is?
This case is coming to a close. Defense counter arguments look to have fallen short.
You don't have to remake all these claims, too.
Thank you for your support.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright.
I be tuned in the cross-examination of his witness.
Hold it.
Now what? Where's Max's bust? The defense takes time to prepare the presented slice. I mean, guys, sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue.
Huh?
What?
We need time to do what?
What are you the most surprised person here? She's your aunt, isn't she?
You really have a case to present, Mr. Wright?
What? Are you asking me?
That's up to you, Nick, and that.
Hey, wait. You can't be serious.
Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acker's lived his life up to now. Now it's time for us to walk across his own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose.
Very well, defense may proceed.
He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking on the tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward.
The motor weapon. Where is Max's bust now?
In the lodging house, in the big top, in this courtroom. It couldn't be in the other places. It has to be in the courtroom. It's obvious. The bus is inside this very courtroom.
It obviously where?
Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bus once and for all. The judge's bench.
What? I'm sitting on it? The prosecutor's bench.
What? I will hit you with my whip.
The witness's stand. Yes, it has to be he has to have on him. Acro. Sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you're a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there. Ha, 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 ha. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bus is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house all by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. She hadn't found the murder weapon in your room. It would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it. And the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. Finally!
God damn it! Why? You fool! How could you?
You got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Two of them? Miss Franziska von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away in the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously, I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of the court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I could escape that. So you got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma.
It all makes sense now.
I can't believe that Miss Von Karma does that for her head. She's amazing.
Definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. No, I sure couldn't.
I can't believe it. Me? Make a mistake? Why did I go to surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that.
See, we finally arrived at the truth. Acro.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you kill the ringmaster of Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime.
Acro.
All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he teased her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. That's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times, too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What I'm truly guilty of, I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes that and that so purely. That she would laugh innocently when saying it, too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina.
How dreadful.
So are you saying that you're a victim of all this as well?
No, that's not what I mean. Aw. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. Aww. At first I thought I killed myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. Aww. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet.
This has been such a strange case. It's always a reflection of the circus itself.
I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again.
I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. I declare my verdict.
Not
Guilty. Let's go! It all rained down with confetti. The score is adjourned. Now, everyone, leave.
December 30th, 4:20, 7 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 5. Oh, fabulous. But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
Acro, the remaster Regina and Bat. I think Washington was a bad person inside, huh?
That's a good question. The one I don't know the answer to. Oh, many congrats, but only on Max. 1 million of them. But thank you. What's with the vibe in this room?
What do you think about Acro?
No. If you worry about people too much, you'll be liking this forever and never be happy.
Huh? Yeah!
She's been like this for a while now.
It's all my fault.
So, sweetie pie.
Bat and Acro, they're never coming back. Now, everyone's gonna split up. Regina, Mr. Wright, tell me something.
What do you want to know, Regina?
Acro said something right at the end.
I just couldn't up and leave yet.
Does that mean that Acro, is he gonna try to get a revenge on me?
Of course he is. No. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina.
Are you sure? You're really sure? You can believe that?
Yep, Acker doesn't have a desire for revenge anymore.
If that's true, then I want to see some evidence.
Huh?
I want to know you're not just making that stuff up about Acker not wanting revenge.
Probably his brother? Acker didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again.
But Bat... That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. But now that Acker's been caught. I know.
What?
I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes, and then he can meet Acro again.
That's so sweet of you, Regina.
I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat.
Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? Sorry about what happened. Whenever you like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? That's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? He really's not here anymore. Everyone's sticking together. The staff, the performers, No one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster.
Hey!
I'll turn the circus into the best circus the world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen. Don't laugh. That's quite the goal.
Yay, I can't wait!
And I guess that changes things. There's only one thing the best circus in the world has ever the world's best illusions, which means the circus needs the best magician the world's ever seen. Max, let's work together and make the circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're going to help them out too, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me.
What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you the colt today? We gotta work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been.
No.
Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry.
Max. Nick.
Seems like everything's going to turn out alright here.
I can't wait to see the best circus the world has ever seen.
Oh, we'll save you for the most fabulous seats. It will take us a while to get ready, but I'll be going to order special whoopee cushion seats. Oh. Oh, I see. What made the case?
Yesterday's surprise raid. It really paid off, just like you said it would, sir. Got it all figured out, didn't you?
It was just a theory. A game theory! If Acker really was the killer, I thought that was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney.
You mean Mr. Wright?
Oh. Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Acker's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the chief prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Holy freaking crap, it's Edgeworth!
Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you. Mr. Edgeworth!
Oh my god, I'm back, baby. Oh my god! Episode 3, Turnabout Big Top. Oh my god! Episode 4, Farewell, my Turnabout. Oh my gosh. Oh, that case was wild. Honestly, it was not that bad until the part where they were trying to explain the whole, like, cape flying onto the bust. Then I'm like, alright, that's really stupid. Other than, I mean, this whole freaking, the whole thing with Acro being the murderer, honestly, that was kind of stupid. Everything else about it was decent enough. Now, from what I can tell, this is the last case in this game. Like, this is the shortest, like, Phoenix Wright game, as far as I can tell. So yeah. We'll freaking start this next episode next time. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked any of it, go leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you don't already, as it really does help me out. And become a member of the channel if you want to become an official dude. And until next time, I will talk to you all later.